Hello, welcome back. We've talked about the game. Now it's to decide whether we think is it coming home. Obviously, we're gonna reach an answer by the end of this, but I'm sure there's going to be an Instagram post, a YouTube video. So please let us know what you think what is going to happen. Whether is it actually going to come home? But
Cheeky plug.
Isaac, yeah, not bad. Isaac, I'll start off with you. Is it coming home?
Um, you see, I don't like putting things out there because I don't want to get ripped. I mean, obviously we did predictions for the Europa League, and I said, yeah, of course, Arsenal are going to make it all the way and win it, and that's kind of bit me on the arse, hasn't it? But with the route we've got, semis at Wembley, final at Wembley, and it just feels right. It's coming home. It's coming home this year. You know, oh God. God, it feels weird saying it, but I'm genuinely confident in the boys. It's coming home. Oh, Sky Sports just came up with an alert. But just want to say that's just happened mid-air. Benitez has just been announced as Everton manager on a 3-year deal. But we're gonna track that, and we're gonna continue talking about England. Yeah, it's coming home. Jordan, what do you think?
Uh, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Isaac, but I'd
Oh,
say it's not coming home.
oh, shut up! You're ruining it.
Go on,
I'd
explain
like
yourself.
it to. I'd like it to, but I don't think it will. I think we should make the final. I see us facing Italy or Belgium, and to me, they are just too strong. Germany was strong, and England beat them, but those two teams are so strong. I don't think we'll manage it, and I think we're going to be left in heartbreak by the end. I want it to come home, like I said, but I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
I'm gonna be the middleman because I don't want to say it's coming
No,
home. No. Just
you
listen. No,
can't sit on the
no. Okay,
fence.
Worse.
no. All right. I'll put an answer forward then. I'll put an answer forward because all right. Just let me explain. Right. Like, on Isaac's side, right? Like, I want it to come home, and like, it's so tempting just to say that, but I don't want to underestimate Ukraine and Czech Republic or Denmark because I think once we get to the final, it's the final. We can play anyone. It's one match. Like we can do it, right? But it's just get into there. It's the hard part, and we've still got a mountain to climb to get there. But without a doubt, we can't
Yep.
overlook them. I mean, we're lucky that we're not going to get an opportunity like this in a long time, like
No,
to get to a final anyway.
yeah,
Um, I mean, that group of death that everyone was so worried about that was going to rinse the tournament, all
yeah,
gone,
Yeah.
which is mental because I mean Portugal's team looked like they were going to run through the tournament. It looks incredible, and same with France and Germany are always a big side, right? And look at those, all gone. Um, I'm going to say it is coming home. Is my final answer to agree with Isaac because I know, right, Belgium, I'm going to say now, I think England have got them. I just do. I think their defence is overrated. I mean, Thomas Van Marlin is still running, he's still running the
yeah.
game at the back. Like, what, what's he even doing in his career right now? I'm not too certain. Okay, like, I think we can do them, and they've got some good players. There's no doubt in that. But I think on our day we can beat Belgium, and then it comes to Italy, right? Because I don't see Spain getting to the final. I just don't.
No.
And if they do, I also think we can beat Spain, just like we could beat Belgium. But I think Italy are without a doubt are the ones we need to be looking out for if we get to that final. And when you look at that Italian side, yes, they've been brilliant so far, but like their group wasn't that difficult. Like it wasn't that difficult when you think about it, and they're going to be on such a high, Italy. But their squads, when you look at all of them, where they kind of finished in the league for the Serie A, it's all over the place.
Mhm.
Like, Inter Milan have just, erupted that league with the title. And, when you look at all the different finishes, that I know it's not all about that, but when you look at where all the players finished in the league, it doesn't scream a top quality, like, side. And yeah, they're playing well at the moment, but I think in the end, our England team can win it. We've got Champions League winners, we've got Premier League winners. It's just, I think we are the favourites now, without a doubt. So I think it's coming on.
I think we'll end up playing Italy in the final, and I think Italy will just be incredibly strong. They haven't lost in 31 games, unbeaten in 31 games, conceded 1 goal all tournament. We've obviously conceded none. We mentioned that, but they've conceded only 1. They look so strong. They didn't look great against
no,
Austria,
they didn't.
but I think
And it's
the
Austria
Italians
as well. Austria, like.
I mean, Austria were very close to beating them. Like, Arnautovic scored a goal and it was offside. And that would have done it. You know, Italy, I think, in that game really were shocking. And Austria deserved to win in the 90. But didn't just nick it.
I did say this. I'm really hope England win. I really do hope England can win.
Of course.
I just think this year it might be a little bit too much of an ask. I think we're gonna be sitting here in a couple of weeks. We've just watched the final, and we're gonna be devastated. And so I'm gonna prepare for that by saying it's probably not gonna come home, but if it does, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, I mean, well, certainly if it does come home, I just want to say first of all, like, I will respect Gareth Southgate completely. If it doesn't, I think he should go. Because I'm just fickle like that. But I think it will come home. This is our chance. We've got to take it.
For sure.
And we're not going to get another chance like this in a long time.
I mean, it's a one-off match. If we make it to the final, it's a one-off match. You win, you get the Euros, and it's at Wembley. You know, I don't want to bring up club again, but I've seen Arsenal play in cup finals against Chelsea twice. Both times we've been the underdog, and they have clearly had a better season than us. And both times we've been the better side and beaten them on the day, because that's what it takes. It's one match, 90 minutes, maybe extra time. You know, play your bloody heart out, and win the match. You know, Germany arguably have a better individual side than us, you mentioned. And what do? We were a team, we kept rigid, we stopped them from scoring, and we won. You know, you can find a way to win. And that's why, we're finding a way to win. We didn't play well in the group stage. I'd argue that the Germany game is the only good game we've had. But we're winning, we're not conceding, we're doing everything you need in football to succeed. And I'm not scared of Italy anymore after seeing that Austria game, because I think they can be got at. Because I don't think Austria are that good a side. This is like they've never won a game in a group stage in the Euros before this tournament. You know, if you think about that. And you know, Belgium, I mean, they really kind of played for us a bit in the third place playoff like last time, but who cares? You know, it's not that big a deal. I don't think. I think Belgium can be got. You know, you mentioned Thomas Vermaelen. You know, I look at the side and I think I'm not scared of anyone.
Mm-hmm. And I think Belgium had a better team in 2018. You know, like their defence was in its prime, and now Toby Alderweireld and Vertonghen were. I'm not off with my head. Oh, you know, they got to Champions League final the next year. They were brilliant, and they had Hazard running about. Hazard's not as good as he used to be. I mean, Lukaku arguably has gone better. Let's be honest, but. The only thing that worries me is that Italy are a cohesive unit at the moment. They are a team, and Mancini knows how to win things. Southgate doesn't really yet, does he? So
no.
That's what I'm worried about. And Mancini looks amazing in his suit.
Oh, his Armani suit. I mean, what was it after the Wales game? What was he was just hanging it over his arm, over his body, just like his suit. Just it looks so suave, like. I mean, Southgate doesn't pull that off, but...
Is it a waistcoat, though?
It's
not a 2018 waistcoat.
Not a 2018 waistcoat, is it? But the thing that I like about Italy is that they're not relying on goals from one area. Like, they're getting goals all over the shop. Like, Locatelli popped up with 2. Insigne scored 1. Immobile's got 2. Pessina has got 2. Obviously scored against Wales, and he scored that crucial goal against Austria. Then Chiesa popped up with 1, who's I think a really underrated young player. I really like the look of him. I've liked the look of him for about a year. In Italy, he's a quality footballer. He's really one to look out for the next year in football. You know, I think he's up there with like young players like, you know, Saka and Foden. He's really underrated, but
I still Juventus snapped up Chiesa, to be fair, from Fiorentina.
Well, they did. He played for them last season.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you mean like on a permanent? Yeah. Oh, I thought you said I thought they would. I was like, what? He does. They did.
No, yeah, I was gutted because you know, I would love to see my Arsenal. To be fair, same with Locatelli.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The thing with Italy as well, you look at their team; they're all just playing brilliantly. Also, Spinazzola, another name, played
Quality.
so well. But should we run through game by game what we think is going to happen and how we're going to, you know, how the tournament's going to line up, just like we've done with the Champions League, the Europa League. We need to check our predictions on that, so just a quick reminder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they went too well, but
No.
Champions League. When we started the predictions off, Chelsea were set to play Madrid, and I did say, do you know what? I think they might have Madrid, and I said I think if they get past Madrid, they might actually win this. And then you lot convinced me, and I went, nah, Real Madrid will probably win. And I was very close to saying Chelsea would win it. But I think, yeah. We'll leave that for another time. We can do that when Series 2 starts, maybe. That's a sneak preview for you. We have no idea when we're going to start it. Eventually.
So first, Belgium, Italy. Who do you think is going to come out on top of that? I think it's quite obvious for us to go Italy now that we've gone and said that we think Italy into the final. But it will be a close match.
I'm really looking forward to watching it. It's not going to be filled with goals. Though. That's one, maybe 1-0, 1-1 extra time kind of game. I don't see a lot. Like, you look at the Belgium-Portugal game, you're expecting that to be a firecracker, and it was just one goal from Hazard which did it.
I think that's the thing with, aside from Germany v Portugal, I think that's the thing with big games now. They're close, right? Both teams know that they've got to be defensive, and they know that they've got to just take their chances. It's not football isn't the same as it used to be. You don't see Germany v Brazil in 2014 anymore. The matches, they're always going to be close now. I will go Italy just because we've been saying we think Italy are going to get to the final, and I think they are the better team, to be honest.
Yeah.
The thing I'd say is in a really tight match where you're going to need a chance to fall to someone, and I don't see there being more than 2 goals in that game in 90 minutes. In a game like that, if you want the ball to fall to anyone on the pitch, you want it to fall to Romelu Lukaku, and I feel that I have a gut feeling that the Belgians are going to win this, and I'm going to say the Belgians win it 1-0.
I'm going to go with Italy. I think Italy are going to win it 2-1 in the 90. And it's going to be a close game, like we said, but I think Italy will just about do it and head through to the next round.
I'm going to go 2-1 Italy as well, and agree with you, Jordan. The only thing I will say is it will be quite nice to see whether Bonucci and Chiellini can actually be seriously troubled. It will be quite if Belgium do win, it'd be because their defence is brilliant, and I think that's a massive concern of England come up against them. And with Belgium's defence, I think we've got them.
Yeah.
But I think Italy will win.
Yeah.
Switzerland, Spain. Because I don't know.
This is a really exciting one. I'm really looking forward to watching this one because this I think will be a great game.
Xhaka has turned into Prime Zidane.
Oh, Ashley. I'm gonna be honest. As an Arsenal fan, I don't think he has. I think he's been quality for Arsenal this season. I think he's doing it on an international stage, and it's annoying because I know he's this good, and I know he can be this good, and I know he's going to leave.
I'm going to put it out there and say that Switzerland win.
Oh, interesting.
I think they're going to do it. I think this Spain squad are a little bit too confident about themselves. I don't think they're actually all that, and I think Switzerland will get to a semi-final.
It's a big call. I think that Spain aren't as good as they say they are, or they seem like they are. Like you said, that game against Croatia, they almost bottled it, very nearly bottled it, and I don't know how they're going to cope after a game like that. Sure, they'll be confident. Well, they might be confident after still getting the win. They might be disappointed. I think that Spain are going to do it, though. I think they'll do it on penalties. I think Switzerland will go to penalties again. But Spain will come out on top this time. And we're looking at a Spain-Italy semi-final for me.
Yeah, in terms of score proofs, I think Switzerland will do Spain 1-0. But Isaac?
It's a real hard one because you kind of want Switzerland to win after that kind of galvanising win against France, which was absolutely astonishing. Kind of knocking out the favourites. But I feel like Spain have a lot of quality. You've got Pedri in midfield, who's a real young, baller, really. He could be the next Xavi. And then you've got someone like Laporte, who's, solid. It's his first international tournament because he's only just been called up, and he's only been Spanish about a month, and he's quality. Morata scored a really good goal against Croatia, I thought. Really nice touch. Ferran Torres, really, I don't want to say more about this kid. He's an absolute baller. But they've got good individuals, and they seem like a good side. And I think they've just got that little bit too much quality. But then again, they showed, like France did, they can bottle a game. They just had it in extra time. But at the same time, Switzerland did go 3-1 down, and they did rely on some late chances. It's tough. I think this one, I don't think this will have as many goals as the other two as the games they were both in. I think this might be a 1-1 or a 2-1 or a 2-0, like very low scoring as well, because it's a quarter-final. And I'm going to say 2-1 Spain. I'm going to say 2-1 Spain. Really hurts to say that, but I'm going to say 2-1 Spain because I think, sure, it's amazing that Switzerland did it, but France really should have taken hold of the game with a 3-1 lead, and they failed to do that. It's like, as great as Switzerland were to come back, 3-2, it's the 90th minute. Get the ball, keep it, and they didn't do that. And I think Spain will do that. No one really keeps the ball better than the Spanish. So, and I feel they'll just have that edge, which France didn't.
Yeah.
Right, fair enough. I think we should go Czech Republic, Denmark first, and then move on to the England one. That can be our final of the quarterfinals. Czech Republic, Denmark. I'm going to put out there. I think, and also just to add, right, considering how far they've made it and how well they've done since Christian Eriksen's, tragic incident, I think they've been brilliant, and I think they will overturn Czech Republic because I think they just have. And I know Czech Republic have got Schick, and he's been playing brilliantly for them, but I think Denmark have just got it in them, and I just, for some reason, you've just got to go with your gut feeling. Sometimes I think Denmark will do it. Yeah,
I've been singing Denmark's praises for a while now, and before the tournament even started, I thought they could make it quarter-final, semi-final, and I'm going to go with semi-final. I think this is a really close game, and it's going to be a really good game, actually. I think, although a lot of people will think it is a good game, I think people are more interested in the Belgium-Italy sort of, and I think people would be more interested in Spain-Switzerland, but this game could go either way, and it's going to be a really tight game, I think. And like you said, Czech Republic do have some very good players and have been playing very well this tournament. But Denmark just look unbelievable. And I think there's going to be a lot of goals in this game, to be honest. I think we're looking at 3-2, 4-2 to Denmark. I'm going to go 4-2 to Denmark.
I'll go 2-0 Denmark.
You see, I really like Czech Republic, especially after they beat Scotland the way they did with Schick. And I love, you like it when players come out of a tournament and you don't really know too much about them. They just kind of burst on the scene in the tournament, and I'm becoming a bit of a Patrick Schick fan.
We'll see him in the Premier League soon.
He's going to sign for someone like. I mean, you've said he'll sign for Newcastle.
I'm pretty sure he's only
he'll be like
cruising for a year. I think he'll be there for a little bit more, but
yeah, but he'd be he'll get a move sooner or later. He could be like the Dominic Calvert-Lewin replacement whenever he leaves Everton, which will happen someday. But I like the Czech Republic, and they've got so many good players, like Kufal, Souček, and of course Schick. Thomas Holles, really good midfielder. You know the Slavia Prague boys, which are still in there. A lot of them are Slavia Prague players. They're a good team and they're a good unit, and they only lost 1-0 to us, and they beat Scotland quite well. They beat the Dutch. Sure, they needed a red card to do it, but still they beat the Dutch, which can't be understated. And it's the Christian Eriksen factor for me. It's how that's galvanised the Danish, and how that's driving them on in his name. I'm going to say, after everything I've just said, the Danes win. After everything, I'm going to say they make the semi-final. I don't know what the score will be. Maybe like 2-1. Maybe, I don't know, Poulsen pops up with one. I don't know who would score the other one, but Poulsen pops up with one. Who knows? Yeah.
So, England, Ukraine. I'm going to go and put my prediction out there. I'm going to say, and I don't think we're going to pummel them. I don't think we're going to score a lot of goals, because I don't think that's how England play at the moment. I'm just going to play it safe and go 2-0 England.
Yeah.
I don't think we concede as well.
I think it's going to be 1-0. I think it's going to be 1-0 England.
I'm going to go 2-0 again. It's giving me similar feelings to when we played Sweden in the World Cup, where we just needed to do a job. We did the job, 2 goals, and I see that happening. But in a similar way, get one early, get the pressure off, dictate tempo, control the game, defend well, fine. Just gotta have. I think we've just got to stick with the same lineup, or not same lineup exactly, but I can't. I don't think we should drop Saka. I don't think you can't drop Sterling. You can't drop Kane. You can't. That midfield 2 needs to stay there. Maguire's undroppable. It's just whether we play a 4 or not, and that core of the lineup can't change. That core unit of the lineup can't change. The only thing we can really change right now is 5 and a 4. Take one right back out. But I can't. Clean sheet. England 2-0 win. Can't see anything other than that.
I'd like to see, just put it out there, I'd like to see a 4-2-3-1 as well. I missed it because I imagine Sterling. We saw this, but I thought Sterling, Saka, and Grealish were exceptional against Czech Republic. I thought they were so good, and I think Grealish was the missing piece of the puzzle against Germany in terms of players who started, because he was so good when he came on. Now I know there's that argument where you wait till teams are tired and then you bring on Grealish. He's going to do something, because they can't handle that kind of talent when they've played 70 odd minutes. But I don't know, him starting with Saka, the creativity is brilliant, and Sterling and Kane getting the goals. I think that's what we need.
Yeah, for sure.